Hello, survivors of the apocalypse. Welcome back to Atom RPG and Playing Hardball. We have accomplished quite something last time, especially losing lots of money for paying for the entrance into the bunker, to the Trade League, the Chamber of Commerce. Well, I would argue that we go down there now. However, well, I also ran around. So actually the person that we are looking for, this former bandit, he's actually, where was it? He's actually like in the other part of town. It's the old guy. But I want to try something first before we speak to him. Or maybe actually let's do it right now. Let's do it right now, before we forget it. And we're not going to tell him that the gang is dead, but it is actually possible to talk with him about the leader. So, and that would have even strengthened our resolve to actually kill them and not talk with them. Here, this one. So this here is Abraham's library. As we remember, here is the entrance, and then it's directly this building. And there, that's the guy. We already talked with him. The old man stares into the distance from time to time, taking a swig from a bottle. When he notices us, his whole body shudders. Well, speak! Well, mind a couple questions about the leaders of the criminal group Death? The man tenses up and grasps tightly at the razor tucked behind his belt. I'm interested in its leaders. Who exactly? Dima Death. His greatest love is open fire, and he's an epitome of this passion. Always looking for a fight, always proving his dominance. If only the burning coals that mark his way could talk, what a blood-curdling stories would they tell? And Lena Death? She is as beautiful as she is cruel, but since her father died, and especially after I quit the gang, she's been overflowing with melancholy. The right of the strongest is still her main ideal, but she's turned it inside out. She believes the murder to be a virtue. The world is for the strong, so the strong should show their mercy to the weak and stop their suffering. That is quite twisted, huh? I do have still a bad conscience, like especially about killing her. And that's, by the way, an interesting thing. I mean, she was evidently beautiful, right? And at court, for example, and that's a thing that lawyers and judges are especially trained to consider. So it's a fact, actually, that more beautiful people usually get less severe punishment than extremely ugly ones, for example. Yeah? And that is, of course, a psychological effect. That you think, well, the beauty can't be twisted, right? But they can, of course. So, but now we know, so she was indeed very twisted. And yeah, I never felt that we should let them go, because they already committed countless atrocities, and they would just continue doing that in another part. So we needed to end that and protect people that we don't even know exist, yeah, outside of this region. So, and then Igor Death. In other times he would have become a theater star, but thanks to me he's turned his life into a bloody one-man act. If he's in a good mood, his flamboyant mannerisms might give the impressions he's harmless, but don't be fooled, that sicko massacred entire villages and laughed as he was poking people's eyes before releasing his wolves at them. Well, we already had this impression, but it was kind of fun and interesting to parley with him. Yeah, it's fine. So, and now the thing is, I mean, we could tell him that we've dealt with the gang, but I personally, I would actually rather not tell him yet, because I want to see what happens, because there is this girl. You remember this, the other one, in front of Paragon at the entrance. And I think she is probably part of this gang. And I want to talk with her, so let's change the subject. I mean, we get something from him, so I'm not sure, and I hope... Oh, well, actually, yeah. Or maybe let's do it right now. I've dealt with the gang. It is done then, the area is free from menace. The old gangster covers his face with his desiccated palms, his whole body shaking. My children, Dima, little Lena, Igor, forgive me. Forgive me for turning you into monsters. Forgive me for stealing your innocence. Forgive me, you'll never see the light of the truth. Oh, a father's grief. May God let me too once learn this high sentiment. Oh, Hexagen. Now that he always says he's our father and we are literally his son, does he actually want to outlive us, huh? That is, well. Forgive me. Oh, yeah, and well, actually the Wasteland is not fully free from your pack. Yeah, let's talk about our reward first. The man quickly gives us a bundle. Through the holes in the cloth we can see money and medical appliances. The parcel's weight suggests there's ammunition in it too. This is all I have except my life. Thank you. Well, like, we need to tell this here, the gang will not fully disappear while you're alive. But I hope. Well, thank you, we'll put it to good use. But we also did it for the world, not for you. Before you leave, I want to say goodbye to you properly. The man snivels, his eyes full of tears again, but now a happy smile plays upon his lips. By doing what you did, you demonstrated you possess a force no one in our gang ever thought existed. Never allow it to take control over your mind, or it will lead you down the path paved by monsters. Power doesn't mean ruling the weak. It means responsibility. I can see that now. Well, and we were actually aware of this, of course, all the time. That is why we always try to be very responsible, and yeah, let's hope we can stay away from the dark side, right? Fast as a flash, the man snatches the razor tucked in his belt and slashes his throat. Oh! Well, good riddance then. Rest in peace, old man. I mean, he repented, right? So now he's dead. Well, actually, I didn't want him to die yet. Yeah. So I think we shouldn't tell him yet. I think I want to talk with the girl first. I hope she's still showing up. Because she is a potential party member, and I want to see how that plays out actually. So, that being said, but it's also possible that she's gone now that we've killed the 3 groups. Okay then, so but we'll explore that at a different point. If anybody knows it out there, I would appreciate a comment in the comment section for the walkthrough aspect of this Let's Play. But yeah, so, and you know who I talk about, right? This girl at the entrance where the sand sacks in Paragon are, where the guards are standing, that's the one who is mocking people. So, who looks a bit like a gothic vampire. Yeah. But I mean, I always found her more funny than like taking her seriously, but she's actually more the psychopath apparently. But I want to see. So, and actually, to get her, or to her, I think we need something from the old guy, from Dima Death. But he didn't have it on him, so I guess we need a quest from her. Yeah. And off camera, I went already there, just to check it out, after I found him. But she didn't show up during the night. And that's why we are going to try this when we are there. Now that the guys are dead, like the three groups are dead. Let's see. So now we are going down here. And let's see what's going on here. So this is something new. Okay, we do have... Oh, we do have some stuff here. And apparently there are no guards. There's one guard here. Oh, there's a piano. Okay. Someone sitting here inside the bunker. Okay. There's a bathroom. Well, maybe we go to the toilet first, huh? Let's have a look. They do have their toilet paper. Let's go here. Need to lockpick it. There. I wonder why the showers are closed, like from the outside, but well. Okay. Toilet paper and duct tape. Oh well. I wonder who needs seed corn in the shower, but yeah. That is a secret. There's someone there, okay. Oh, this is another private bathroom, okay. Oh, this seems to be like a form of apartment. Okay, let's firstly check out something else. Like here. Well, that is awfully irresponsible from them, right? Or of them. They are not protecting their stuff. And now that, well, we need to explore everything, of course, right? Okay, Exogen, you can take the cassette and some vodka, but be responsible with the vodka. Wolf milk. The working bench. Oh, armor piercing 5.54. Some more wire. So actually we don't have so much wire in comparison to other things. Oh, there's a fire extinguisher. Well, let's take it. Let's hope they don't need it. No one is here. It's awfully empty down here. I actually expected more people. Oh, there is a cinema or something, an improvised cinema. Okay. Paper, coffee, and rubles. No one knows that we are here, right? Well, okay, everybody knows that we are here. Not sure if the guard is actually... Come on, guys, get out of there. Not sure if the guard is actually telling anybody, but I guess like for 3,500 rubles. Oh, there's the man with the pig. Oh, and another person. We do remember the rumors, right? And this is the kitchen. Ah, this is the common area here. He looks like an engineer. A shabby, unshaved man in a blue overall tinkers with the pipe, tightens it up, then takes a few steps back to contemplate his work, rubbing his chin. As he notices us, he gives us a short nod. Hello there, what are you doing, chap? The man sighs and crosses arms on his chest. No, fixing the pipes, but these... He makes an imperceptible, threatening gesture in the direction of the doors in front of him. But these, I can't even find a decent word for them, my bosses. These guys do their best to hinder my work. I make too much noise, they say. The noise distracts them from their work. Work my ass. Okay. Well, that's sorry. We are sorry to hear that. But could you ask could you answer a couple of questions? The man looks at us, yawns in his fist and nods his agreement. Why not? What do you want to ask? Well, have you heard what the local government is discussing? Oh, well, no. Firstly, how does it feel here in the bunker? Better than on the surface? Hell no, it's cleaner and drier for sure. Grub is good. I have a roof over my head, a great roof. But I feel so much more freedom outside in the wasteland. So I don't know really. I guess people are right when they say the grass is greener in the neighbor's garden. Yeah, well, tastes differ, of course, right? But there's truth to this. But that's also the thing that keeps humanity going. Can I ask another question? I'm all ears. What is it? Have you heard any interesting rumors? I've heard the sea has dried out in the east. The climate has gone mad. What happens to our planet? At this rate, we'll soon be extinct. Like those, what's their name? Dinosaurs. Yeah, well, could very well be the case, actually. Another question? I'm all ears. What is it? Who's the biggest boss in town? Who's behind all this? Our Secretary General, Gennady Nikolaevich. Strictly between us, he's a champion jerk, even though he tries to hide it. He makes an impression of a lively fellow, but deeper inside you'll find his core is eaten through with worms. I might be wrong, mind. After all, we are not close pals, but this is the impression I have. Interesting. Can I ask another question? I'm all ears. What is it? Have you heard what the local government is discussing? Don't tell anyone, but I've heard that our leaders are preparing some dirty tricks to play on Paragon, just to tickle them, they said. How? This much I don't know. That's interesting. Thanks for the info. Can we change the subject? So, well, but yeah, I think that's all for now. Thanks, see you around then. And you don't barter, unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay. Then, there's someone here. Ding dong. There is a pig. Oink. Hello. A middle-aged man walks around the room with an annoyed look on his face. From time to time he stumbles upon a pig who grunts indifferently and mumbles something under his breath. As he sees us, he snorts. What are you doing here? Answer and quickly, I'm having a terrible migraine. What is the pig doing here? I'm sorry, is this any of your business? If it's here, that's where it should be. Is it clear? Is our conversation over? Then please do me a favor and leave my apartment before I call the guards. Well, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. No questions, I'm telling you, I'm suffering from migraine. Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, so the pig is evidently a sensitive topic. So, how about a business proposal then? Money. The rubles are what makes the wasteland go around, right? I have a business proposal for you. Great, but I'm not going to listen to it. Is it clear? Is our conversation over? Then please do me a favor and leave my apartment before I call the guards. And what if I refuse? What then, huh? The man narrows his eyes and carefully takes a few steps away from us. Are you threatening me? No, we are just checking the bounds. Bounds should be clear. It's so annoying. Visitors have less and less respect day by day. Wait, we just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. No questions, I'm telling you, I'm suffering from migraine. Okay, we are leaving. What does he have something here? We're not taking anything, but we are just looking. What's this? A potion of animal interaction. Oh. Well, then we have one. Let's talk to the pig, then. Let's see. That could be funny. Where's the potion? There. Zoom in. That could be funny. Oh! The pig looks upon us with an intelligent, almost human gaze. There's one thing missing in it, the spark that we notice in other people we've talked to in our travels. The creature is void of any emotions. It has no fear, no happiness, no sense of surprise. It wants nothing. Oink. Perhaps the potion did not work. Oh. No. Wants nothing then... Well, basically only feeding, huh? And now with him. You again, what is this time? Wait, we just wanted to ask a couple of questions. No questions, I'm telling you. Okay, I guess we need to talk with someone before that. So let's rather not mess up this conversation. There's another person here. Hello. There's T here. Compact cassette. He likes his cassettes. Just quickly looking into this here before we start. He seems to be a bit snoring there. Magnifying glass. Some waste paper. Hello, good man. An aged man in an expensive jacket meets us with a warm, calming smile. Oh, isn't that lovely? He looks us in the eye and states in a slightly shaky voice, "Ah, you're not an average solicitor." How did you notice, if I may ask? Years of practice, my boy, years of practice, nothing more. The old man rests his hands upon his knees and after a gentle cough asks, "Can I ask why you came to me?" Well, we are looking for a job. Can you help us with that? Maybe I can help you out, but first I need to understand what each of us is getting from this partnership. Well, agreed. Can we ask you some questions? Fine, go ahead. Well, who are you supposed to be? Alexander Sublin, head of coal shipments and minor diplomacy. Oh, he's the guy for the electricity plant. Ah yeah, Alexander Sublin. I'm here on behalf of Yashin the merchant from Otradnoye. And actually Comrade Sublin, the head of the coal plant, says he's not getting enough fuel. From Pentagon? Yes, they rarely send us fuel nowadays. They said it's because of bandit activity on the main roads. Yeah. It's pretty scary. But the problem with the shipments isn't going to go away just because you know the reason behind it. And by the way, bandits, we kill bandits all the time. If you want them gone, hire us. Oh, ho, ho, sounds really inspiring, but I'm afraid even you can't rid the wastes of banditry. However, Sublin thinks for a while, then looks to us with a sly expression. Maybe you could help everyone in the situation. If they are so afraid of bandits at Paragon, they probably wouldn't scoff at getting help from the friendly city of Krasus Nameni, right? You're a capable lad, judging by how you infiltrated our bunker. Thanks for the kind words, but what exactly do you want? Go to Paragon and speak with Comrade Mambetov. He oversees coal shipments to our city. He can be found in the hull of a ship they've set up for people to live in. Tell him you are our representative. The old man gives us a friendly smile and straightens the cuffs of his expensive jacket. I'm sure attacks on the shipments will fall off when the bandits learn Krasus Nameni has an official interest in protecting them. That is actually, yeah. Okay then. And what do we get for our assistance? We don't work for thank yous, you know. Oh, don't worry, we can discuss your reward later. Since this is a formal order from the Chamber of Commerce, you'll be paid handsomely. Just tell Mambetov you were sent by Krasus Nameni. Do it and you'll be providing a great service to this fine city. Okay, sure. We'll make a note. Need to talk to some Mambetov guy. And by the way, there's something else. Alexander Sublin meets us with a friendly smile and offers us a seat. We continue standing. Hello, young man. Hello. We are, by the way, we are also here on behalf of Yashin the Merchant from Otradnoye. The old politician lowers his gaze. Yashin? So, how is the old chap? Well... I mean, he is actually... We're just thinking this through a bit. If we tell him that he's doing great, then this could actually increase his chances, because these guys, they wanted him to be gone, but they could also... I mean, wasn't he the guy that was his last friend or something? But actually, like, if we tell him he's great, then he will think, then everything is not so bad, and he will say, no, then he can just stay there, because there's too much trouble involved. While, yeah, well, if he's actually not so friendly, he will not help anyway. So how is Yashin? Yeah, but let's try this here. How is Yashin? Terrible. The man's thinking of killing himself. Alexander Sabrin sadly nods his head. I don't think Yashin is capable of such measures. It's not in his character. But if you say he's not that well off, I believe you. Still, there's no way for him to get back. The vote was cast and it cannot be undone. That is how we do things in the city, I'm afraid. Well, it's hard to believe it. There has to be a way. No, unfortunately, there is no way for that to happen. You see, even though he does not know this, our friend Yashin crossed the path of a very influential organization, the Mycelium Scientific Society. And why did they do this to him? What did he do? Nothing much, as far as I know. The thing is, the society or cult has this inexplicable practice. They choose a happy, wealthy person at random and do everything they can to make his life miserable. By any means. When that person is reduced to a sobbing heap of tears, they recruit them and ask to contribute some of their wealth to the group. I advised Yashin to visit Mycelium when his life started going downhill, but he ignored me. Sablin looks at us very seriously. I am myself a member of the noble Mycelium. I love their key principle of unification, as do all good people. What can I say? Do you want to live? Then you do what it takes. Alright, wow. Well, let's change the subject then. Okay. Yeah. Care to answer some questions? Some other ones? Can you tell us about this bunker then? So I hope that I didn't log out anything, by the way, to speak of role-playing. But I could imagine that this is, as they say, it's always playing out like this. Otherwise he might even be just happy, or at least less worried about him or something. So, well, could you tell us something about this bunker? Our gilded cage, if you'll pardon the metaphor. It's much more comfortable and safe than the outside world, but still, it is our prison, where we hide from the simple folk and our various enemies. Oh. Well, not the worst prison you got here, though. Can you ask something else? The old politician smiles at us. And what do you know about the city? A nice city, to be sure. I visited it from time to time on business trips before the war and liked it very much. Quaint, simple, calm. Nowadays it's anything but. Oh, how time changes things. Yeah, that's life for you, huh? Can we ask another one? The man is waiting for us to speak. Did you hear anything interesting? I heard that one of my colleagues has a pet pig. I also heard he enjoys talking to it. Well, as much as one can talk with a pig. Sure. Hey, let us ask another thing. Well, nothing comes really to mind. Well, as you wish, then yeah. I think we should go now. Yeah, see you then. Okay. So So Yashin's problem, so this is like basically, I guess, the main thing that we needed to find out, that the mushroom cult, the mycelium, is actually behind it, and we need to talk to him. Yeah, let's do that. Before we talk with the mushroom cult, we need to know what his position is. What his position is. So, I think we didn't lock out anything. Oh! That one's locked. Anybody looking? No. Good. Oh yeah, that was easy. Oh, we were really good. A photo. What do we have here? No bomb. Very nice. Ah, lots of alcohol. Well then, Fiddle. You are our barkeeper. Pivo vodka. Krasnaya Moskva perfume. At the very least, that stuff is really expensive. Yeah, and then we have this here, Fiddle. You can take the water bottle. There. Yeah. It's okay. Julba, it's okay. Don't bark around here. So, by the way, come on guys, get out of the room there. We see a soft drink vending machine. Once such machines stood in all Soviet towns and cities. After the war, most of them were used up for parts or scrap metal. Oh. Let's use a glass, try to get a drink. We place the glass under the tap and push a random button, nothing happens. Let's hit the machine with our fist. We knock on the machine several times, it starts humming and suddenly spits out some smelly brown substance into our glass. It's probably stale water, probably. Bottoms up. We look at the murky liquid in the glass, exhale and chug it in a single gulp. Nausea sets in momentarily as we remember the foolishness of drinking from strange, unsafe sources. Something happened, but we are not poisoned. Oh, we are poisoned actually. Well, let's have some water after it. Flushing it down. Good. Our kidneys do the work. They are not going to be thankful for this thing. But I guess it's fine. Which means, let's jack the machine open. Doesn't seem to work anyway. After closer inspection, we notice the lid of the machine is kept in its place by bolts so rusty they can be removed by hand. Doing so will break the machine valve. It still operates. Let's take out the bolts. We pull out the bolts and open the vending machine. Taking the contents out. Okay, only wires, but wires we can use nicely. And then this one. You see another soft drink vending machine. Let's try to get a drink first. Same problem. Nothing happens. After pushing the button, we are hitting the machine with our fist. We knock on the machine several times, starts humming. Probably stale water. Let's pour the liquid out and... Well, no, bottoms up. We are also drinking this. We look at the murky liquid. Unsafe source. Okay, not good. Another 75. But yeah, well then, let's flush that down. As we know, the concentration is the key. Let's jack this one open, take out the bolts as well, and contents and another cable. Alright, there you go. I feel very bad about that, because no one is going to repair that machine ever. Yeah, I guess at least. The guy there doesn't seem to mind. So this is their storage. Okay, we don't need any cutlery. Nope, no cutlery needed. You guys get out of the way there. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, special ammunition and 24 shots. Interesting. No. Here. Yeah. Take the plastic bottle. Those were still times, right? When a plastic bottle, like to have one, was already a huge thing for us. So let's look in here. What do they have? These are refrigerators, huh? Yeah, they are. Oh, and another 14.5 rounds. Why would they be in the refrigerator? Needle. Oh, that stuff is heavy. Three-eyed trout. And in here. Oh yeah, that's good. So let's take the toadstools. And then what do they have here? I mean, I hope we are not causing a hunger crisis or anything. So we are just leaving the rest behind, so we don't need the canned meat. But we do we have some salt? I think we got some salt already, right? So we could make some salted fish out of that. Or actually we didn't get salt, huh? Oh no. Ah well, very sad. I could swear I had seen some salt. But maybe that was before we actually sold something. Okay, anyway. It's fine. And besides, we shouldn't rob all the food in here anyway. Come on, guys. Oh, you are. That's the punishment. Going here. So then we are back. We went once around. Well, there's of course this storage room. Oh well, and all of this here. Well then, let's have a look. We didn't want to look into this because of the lack of carrying capacity, and I had hoped that maybe there's someone who does some trading down here. Okay, let's use a set of lockpicks. Although this is there, but just want to say this is actually an electronic lock. Well, the antidote we can take. Let's take the seeds. Super glue. Potatoes. Yeah, it's a bit sad. So I feel, by the way, to speak of role-playing, I feel like the whole feeding system is working pretty nicely in AtomRPG. But it would be even better if there were like some special recipes. Yeah. So like something to motivate players to actually collect more food. Because theoretically you just need to collect all the canned meats and then having fresh meat, and you don't need to care about anything else. Let's take the devil's weed. I want Siggy. And let's eat one apple. Good for the vitamins. Well then, let's get off there. Or rather into this direction. So that's like the common sleeping room. And I wonder if ripping all the cables out, oh well, these are excess cables of course, right? So Julba, you can wrap the cables around you. And of course it's always possible to short cables. There. Alarm clocks. Some antidote. Condensed milk. Paper for hexogen. Yeah, the coffee is okay. And then the wolf antidote. Just some weeds. Or like some herbs. Nothing else. There you go. Oh yeah. Some good ammunition actually. We are a bit amoral here. And antisocial. Because the people need their ammunition as well, right? However, we don't really know what's going on with Casus Nameni. And what we really want to do is actually to establish atom control, right? We need to re-establish civilization. Come on, guys. Let's close that one. And then actually, I think, yeah, we are indeed done with the bunker, except for the guy with the pig. So let's walk here. Saving there. Hello. The Secretary General is busy now. Well, that doesn't seem to be any problem for us. A fit-looking man wearing cologne and dressed in a classic, perfectly fitted pre-war suit studies us carefully without saying a word. When he finally speaks, we are amazed by the depths and confidence of his voice. It is high time we meet and talked face to face. Let's put the formalities behind us. I am Secretary General of the Chamber of Commerce, Gennady Nikolaev. You, Hardball F, are a man of mystery and uncertain occupation, but in the future a potentially valuable ally to our city. What do you say? Oh, this is obscene. Playing leader to a tiny part of the great, gone but great reunion, and to call yourself by the title of true heroes, the titans of intellect, modern-day Descartes, and Newton such as Leonid Brezhnev and Nikita Khrushchev, and even, goddammit, Stalin himself. The Union had to start somewhere, Comrade Trudov. By the way, would you be so kind as to sign this copy of your novel, Mr. TNT? A truly fascinating book, by the way. Oh, what a feeling it brings when you thought you were talking to a narcissistic megalomaniac, the tin-crowned king of the neighboring Kolkos, but then realize a true man of the Empire stands before you, man with a capital M. So, well, that's how easily you can flatter Hexogen, huh? I'm glad we are friends now. So, Comrade Hardball, how do you like my proposal? Well, am I correct that whether or not we become allies depends on my willingness to embark on some sort of mission? Gennady Nikolaev smiles and nods. The times when people gained status in exchange for letters of recommendation are long gone. Today, the only thing that matters are one's actions, and we, the state's loyal servants, have plenty to do. Take, for example, that disgusting circus that pitched its tents on our lands. Drug dealers, kidnappers, thieves, drunks, degenerates. As Nikolaev describes these tent dwellers, his nostrils flare and a sharp crease cuts down the middle of his forehead. Of course, they are not the biggest or even the second biggest threat around here, but every great purge must start somewhere. Would you kindly dispose of that troop? And I mean physically, so they can't simply shift their operation a couple of kilometers down the road. The remuneration for this job is 3,000 rubles in cash. My trust and respect will be an added bonus. Oh. Wow, take out a whole circus? Are they really that much of a threat? And why didn't you send the guards if they are breaking the law? I trust you enough to let you know the real reason, in confidence of course. First, despite our best efforts, ordinary citizens still crave the idiotic distractions of a circus and therefore would be most displeased to hear their government destroyed their favorite form of entertainment. Second, the genocide of circus performers organized by unknown fighters across Sameni could become a curious military incident that later can be used as justification for future expansion. Oh. Can we go about this without committing genocide? I'm certain I can convince them to leave peacefully. The Secretary General frowns. In worst case scenario, I suppose I would call that a satisfactory outcome. But as I strongly prefer total annihilation, it's much cleaner and, better in many ways. So, okay. Take out a whole circus? Are they really that much of a threat? Our words have no effect on the Secretary General, except that his fists clench at his sides. You'd be surprised. There's no other way to deal with them. What, we execute the kidnappers now and the drug dealers tomorrow? No. I'm asking you to alleviate our suffering by exterminating these three-ring parasites with one swift and decisive blow. Well, yeah. We say, but we don't mean. Well, we are sure their clowns will look hilarious with a bullet hole between their eyes. We are in. Yeah. So, and then, but actually we are... Or maybe actually... I think we should pretend to do this, and we are just telling them to get away. The General Secretary nods and makes a steeple with his fingers. Good, I suggest you start the purge in the cockpit of the crash plane. That's where you'll find Madame Vouvar. She runs the circus. Vouvar must be among the first victims, else she will attempt to coordinate her people's escape, or worse, assemble a cohesive defense. She's a gifted leader. Ahem, according to my agent's intel. There's something suspicious here. But, well, we'll keep it in mind. Let's talk about something else. Sure. May I ask some questions? Well, of course, how else? But once your curiosity is satisfied, let's get straight to business. Well, you look much younger than your subordinates. How come? I got into politics at a young age and proved myself in many complicated situations. Legends arose regarding my methods, like how during peace talks with bandit lords I secretly scattered lumps of cheese all over their encampment, later gluing grenades onto rats and sending them back come nightfall. What really happened was we destroyed them with some ancient volley guns we found in the ruins of the Mitrailleuse Museum. But still, my track record proves me deserving of both my high rank and the trust placed in me by the Chamber of Commerce. Well, that indeed sounds really impressive, by the way. One more question. I'm listening. What is Krasnoznamenny's biggest asset? Location, strong economy. This is the answer you'll get from any one of our citizens. However, I would like to point out that in our city the old USSR culture is still very much present and alive. People can feel this continuity which they associate with the stability of the era long gone. This in turn allows us to grow. Okay, we figured that one out. One more question? I'm listening. What are the main threats to Krasnoznamenny? The barbaric chaos that is Paragon, the wild gangs of the north, the drug trade, the slave trade, mutants, and so-called Atom, just to name a few, but we are holding up well in spite of them. But let's be frank, those aren't the biggest problems. The fact that the whole police force is massively corrupt surely is, and you can pass this info directly on to the Internal Affairs Department, Comrade Fidel. I'm sure they will know just what to do. I question the validity of that statement, but well. One more question. What is it? What other rumors circulating in the city most concern you? Alright, now I'm troubled by the Black Lotus problem. This drug can destroy a full-grown adult after just 2 or 3 uses. It's in our best interest to halt the spread of this deadly poison. Yeah, that sounds unpleasant, but also, actually, not like something any drug dealer would actually sell, because they want a person to be a consumer for a long time, right? Because they make more money that way. Have them addicted, but not killing them. Well then, so, one more question. Do you know any other rumors? No, just about the Black Lotus problem. Okay, well, we wish you luck on your mission, but we have to go now. Okay, so, well then. Well then, so I think actually that we are most likely not going through with this, because the mutants were actually quite fun and didn't seem actually too bad, but we'll see. Maybe there is an angle we didn't see before. So let's see. Well, and then the guy with the pig, that is the thing. Yeah, but let's talk to the guy with the pig maybe in the next episode. This one here ends right now. We got quite a lot of stuff. We talked with interesting people down here. We got a major mission that pays really well. He said 3,000 rubles. That is quite significant. We have 30,000. But we know that we need money for our HQ. And we got a lot of food and some very interesting ammunition, including more 14.5mm shots. And even 28. So that's actually quite decent, I would argue. So, thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts you wish to share, any tips and tricks, please do so in the comment section. And we're continuing next time. Look, there's a beautiful subscription button and a shiny like button. Press them and you shall receive great luck. See you next time. Bye-bye.